We've got a serious direct head-to-head battle today. On the left is the Callaway Apex Pro, and sitting on the right is the Apex DCB. These are two incredibly popular forged irons from the exact same family. They both look absolutely stunning sitting there in the pro shop. But here's the brutal truth for you. Half of the guys watching this explainer are about to waste $1,000 on the completely wrong set of clubs. I see it happen every single weekend. A guy spots that shiny forged label, buys whichever one looks cooler in his bag, and then spends his whole summer wondering why his handicap is completely stuck in the mud. He's out there swinging a club that actively fights his natural swing.
Welcome to Golf Gear Showdown, where top options compete round by round so you can stop guessing and start playing better.
Picture this entirely common scenario. You walk into your local big box golf shop. You see that famous Callaway Apex label shining under the lights, and you just assume that because they share the same family name, they basically do the exact same thing for your swing. That couldn't be further from the truth. Based on design intent, these two irons do share some core DNA, like premium forged construction and internal tungsten weighting. But check out those target handicaps.
It really is night and day. The Apex Pro is built strictly for elite ball strikers living right in that scratch to 5 handicap range. It demands precision. Meanwhile, the DCB is pure game improvement, designed explicitly for the 12-plus handicap golfer who desperately needs help getting the ball airborne and keeping it out of the right rough.
Today, we're putting these top options through 6 brutal categories. We'll cover distance, forgiveness, accuracy, feel, value, and golfer fit. You'll want to pay very close attention to round 3. We're going to reveal an accuracy secret that most amateur golfers get completely backwards. This misunderstanding is literally costing you strokes every single weekend, and fixing it changes everything. Let's get into it.
Round 1 is all about distance and performance. I'll take the lead here because the engineering specs on the Apex Pro are absolutely fascinating.
Go ahead, spec guy. Give us the numbers.
Callaway engineered the Pro with a hollow body construction in the longer irons, paired with a forged 455 face cup. Based on design intent, this specific combination delivers highly controlled, penetrating ball speed. It gives a low handicap player the exact yardage they expect every single time they swing. When a scratch golfer has 165 yards to carry a front bunker, they don't want a surprise jumper that flies 175 over the back of the green. They want absolute predictable distance control.
That sounds fantastic for a scratch golfer playing in a state amateur tournament. However, I've got a major problem with crowning it the distance winner for the rest of us.
Let's talk about the DCB specs. Callaway cranked the lofts on this model 2 to 3 degrees stronger across the entire set. Your 7-iron is basically flying with 6-iron loft.
Stronger lofts are a classic game improvement trick to artificially boost numbers on a launch monitor.
Maybe they are, but they absolutely work on the golf course. Most golfers report that this club launches the ball effortlessly high despite the stronger lofts. If you're an average weekend player with a moderate swing speed, those stronger lofts are handing you 10 to 15 free yards that the Pro simply refuses to give you. The DCB does the heavy lifting, turning a grueling approach shot into a smooth, easy swing.
Therefore, I'm proudly claiming the round 1 distance win for the DCB when we talk about moderate, everyday swing speeds. It just makes the game easier.
I'll accept that, provided I hold the line for the Apex Pro winning the high swing speed category. Faster players need that penetrating control to keep the ball from ballooning into the wind, not just raw distance.
Round 2 is forgiveness, and I'm eagerly taking the wheel on this one. The DCB behaves like an absolute dream on mishits.
It really does pack a ton of modern tech into that slightly larger head.
Notice the sheer size of the perimeter weighting on the DCB. Callaway packed up to 50 grams of tungsten into these heads to stabilize the face when you miss the center. Plus, that wider sole actively refuses to dig into the dirt when you hit it a little fat. If you drop a shoulder and lay the sod over it, that wide sole just glides right through the turf and keeps the ball moving forward toward the green instead of chunking it 20 yards short.
I have to admit, comparing it to the rest of the iron market, the Apex Pro is actively hostile toward bad swings.
Hostile is the perfect word for it.
It bites back hard. If you strike the ball off the heel or the toe with the Pro, the club will instantly punish you. You're going to feel that vibration shoot right up the shaft into your hands. You'll experience a highly noticeable drop in distance, and your direction will absolutely change. You might come up 15 yards short and dump it straight into a hazard because it demands dead center contact to perform correctly. That makes this decision incredibly simple. The Apex DCB is the undisputed, easy winner of the forgiveness round. It saves your scorecard when your swing abandons you. You take that win, Jake, but don't get too comfortable over there because coming up right now is the accuracy debate we teased earlier. This is where things get really controversial.
Round 3 brings us to accuracy and consistency. Let's define what accuracy actually means. For a good player, it means tight dispersion and intentional workability.
Oh boy, here we go with the Tour Pro definitions again.
It matters. Look at the visual profile of the Pro. You get a much shorter blade length and very minimal offset. That specific design allows a consistent ball striker to flight the ball under the wind or intentionally shape a draw around a tree. That level of absolute control is true accuracy. You command the golf ball to do exactly what you picture in your mind.
I aggressively disagree with your definition of accuracy, Mike.
Why am I not surprised?
Notice how much extra offset the DCB has at address? That little step back from the hosel to the leading edge? Common feedback suggests that this exact feature provides true accuracy for a normal golfer. It literally gives the club face an extra fraction of a second to square up at impact. It saves the average guy from leaving the club face wide open and hitting a massive slice into the right woods. Keeping the ball inbounds and actually finding the fairway is the only accuracy a 15 handicap cares about.
Fine, we'll settle this by calling it a push. The win gets cleanly split.
That's totally fair. The Pro takes the victory for shot makers who want to intentionally curve the ball both ways. The DCB takes the win for straight seekers who just want to fight their natural slice and hit more greens in regulation.
Round 4 transitions into feel, sound, and confidence. I'm gonna geek out for a second here. Both of these irons feature premium 1025 carbon steel and utilize urethane microspheres behind the face to absorb unwanted vibrations.
I'll say, they both feel miles better than a cheap, clunky cast iron set.
Exactly. However, the Pro is truly in a different class entirely. When you catch one pure right in the center of the face, it delivers this incredibly quiet, crisp, tour-level sensation right into your hands. It's soft, yet incredibly responsive. You hear a satisfying click instead of a hollow thud.
Premium feel is great, but let's bring in the psychological side of golf. Like the quote says, looking down at that compact Pro head might make you nervous. It's definitely a butter knife profile with very little metal behind the ball. Precisely. A 15 handicapper looking down at a thin top line on a tight par 3 over water often freezes up entirely. Their brain tells them they have to hit it perfectly, so they get tense. The DCB offers a thicker top line and a larger overall footprint. That specific look gives an everyday player the visual confidence to actually swing freely through the ball, instead of flinching right before impact.
I'm awarding the Pure Feel victory strictly to the Apex Pro. Nothing beats that sensation of a perfectly flushed forged blade.
Well, I'm proudly claiming the Address Confidence win for the DCB. By the way, if you're wondering how these stack up when it comes to your wallet, stick around. We're breaking down the budget reality in just a few seconds.
Round 5, tackles, price and value. Let me drop a smart shopper move on everyone watching.
Let's hear it.
If you're currently sitting at a 15 handicap, spending premium money on the brand new Apex Pro is literally throwing your cash away. You simply don't have the swing consistency to unlock its workability benefits. You're paying top dollar for advanced features your game can't even access. It's like buying a Ferrari just to drive it in bumper-to-bumper traffic.
I'm nodding in total agreement over here. I'll add one more thing to that. Common feedback suggests that hunting down a previous generation DCB on the used market is arguably the absolute best value play in golf today. You secure maximum forgiveness and that premium forged feel without absorbing the brand new retail price tag. You get all the tech that actually helps your game at a fraction of the cost. That makes the DCB our definitive value winner.
Now we reach round 6, best fit by golfer type. We promised to clear up the confusion, so we're going to rapid fire this breakdown right now. Nobody should leave this explainer wondering what they should actually buy.
Let's start with the everyday players. Beginners, mid-handicappers, and guys who battle a nasty slice need to grab the DCB. It'll actively keep you out of the trees and make your Saturday rounds significantly more fun.
Distance seekers with slower swings also fall firmly into the DCB camp.
What about the really good players?
We're reserving the Pro exclusively for consistent ball strikers. If you range anywhere from a scratch down to an 8 handicap and generate fast swing speeds, the Pro is your undeniable winner.
Before we give our final verdicts, I need to reveal the biggest buying mistake in the iron market today. Look at the Pros sitting right there. It looks incredible.
It really is a gorgeous piece of equipment with total bag appeal.
But buying it purely for your ego, because you want to look like a tour pro standing on the first tee, will only set you up for absolute frustration. I almost did that exact thing 2 years ago. I wanted the shiny blades to impress my buddies so bad. Buying for image instead of performance is the absolute fastest way to ruin your summer golf season.
Let me give you a hard mathematical rule to follow. The number 10 is the firm dividing line.
It really is that simple. Keep the ego out of it.
If your handicap is sitting anywhere above a 10, you must skip the Pro. You'll fight the club all day long, you'll lose distance, and you'll hate the game. Let it go and buy the club that actually fits your swing.
Let's hit our brutally honest pros and cons metrics before we close this out. We have zero brand protection here, just the facts. Mike, starting with the Apex Pro. The pros are tour-level feel, compact, beautiful looks, and extreme workability. The cons? It's entirely unforgiving on toe strikes, the thin top line terrifies mid-handicappers, and it carries a higher price point that demands a great swing. Moving to the Apex DCB. The pros are massive forgiveness, an incredibly easy high launch, and it actively fights your slice. The cons. You can't easily work the ball intentionally, the thicker head turns off better players, and it offers slightly less sensory feedback on exactly where you missed on the club face.
Time for our confident final verdicts. The best iron for the better player is firmly the Apex Pro. It gives top scratch players exactly what they demand for precision shot making. However, the best overall winner for the vast majority of golfers watching this is the Apex DCB. It provides maximum forgiveness, exceptional value on the used market, and actually makes the game of golf more enjoyable instead of a miserable chore.
Ask yourself this one question. Are you buying golf clubs for the scorecard you actually have, or the scorecard you wish you had? Be honest with yourself. The big debate remains, are you Team Pro or are you Team DCB? Drop your exact handicap and your iron pick down in the comments below right now. We read all of them. Next week on Golf Gear Showdown, we're putting the TaylorMade P790 versus the Titleist T200 in a massive direct head-to-head battle. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it.